Hello, everyone. Awesome that you're here. Um, nice to see you all. Today, we're starting our new format on Twitch. We're having a weekly session where one person from the Lightware team will introduce you to some work they're into at this moment, and will present some different areas of our game, and we will show you some progress of our work, and we'll take you into the production itself. How is a game developed and so on, because people from the community are very cautious or excited to see how everything is going on and where we are. So now we had some questions in our Q&A Ask Us Anything, and people especially wanted to ask and know stuff about our new partnership. And so this today is primarily about our new partnership that you see here in the background. And the first question that came and is pretty understandable was, what does this partnership exactly mean, or what does partnership mean? So Remote Control Productions is our new partner, for everyone who missed it. And Remote Control Productions is a gaming company, a production house, and it also is the biggest gaming family in Europe. You can check out their internet address, r-control.com or de, whatever you like to do. And there you can see what they're actually doing. So they are helping game companies to find publishers, financing, help them in the production, help them with the business development, how to ship your game, how to produce your game, everything you need to know with the legals, with the marketing side, and so on. So they're like you could say a big brother for you. And the RCP is the family heads, and there are a lot of studios in this family from all over Europe, and they are connected to each other. So that's actually the second question as well. What means being part of the family? So we're now part of the family, but we're still our own company. So Remote Control Productions is now a shareholder of our company. In German, that's a GmbH, and in America, you can compare it to an LLC or something like that. And they have become a shareholder of Lightware Productions, but simultaneously, Lightware Productions become a part and a member of the family. So now we have Remote Control Productions as a sparring partner and a helper, and a big and at the same time very family-like organization that accompanies you and helps you to ship more successfully through the game industry and the production and the shipping and everything. So the third question was, what does this partnership mean for you? What will change? I think it came from Nikolai. So what will change is we're better prepared for everything right now. That's a big improvement for us. So having somebody on our side. I mean, we were connected very well before to a lot of people in the gaming industry and had a lot of help. But now this has become closer. Some people say when you become when somebody becomes a shareholder in your company, it's like marrying. And I think that fits pretty good because we are now members of the family. So this is a lot closer, and of course the communication is closer and tighter and more. There's a much larger commitment in the partnership than just being friends and looking where everything is going. So then there's a concern that also addresses this partnership. It's on here was a comment on one side: I'm happy that this project will not get cancelled. On the other side, I hope that you will be able to determine over the game content, which is really more important than anything else in the game. I guess time will tell. Now just enjoy the moment. Yeah, thanks. First of all, we're enjoying the moment and the partnership and the collaboration together started off pretty cool and well. So addressing concern, we are still in control over the content, and this will, as long as I am the CEO, never change, because this is really important for us, that we keep the control over the content. And if we have a publisher deal or something like that, that won't change either, because obviously that's the the biggest threat in such a project, that some people will come and say, oh, maybe you need to do this a little bit different and so on, and oh, this is too whatever. Yeah, we will hear every concern, and I think that's a big strength of our project and of our team, that we're really open for every discussion and ideas, but we have a very clear direction and a clear target and a clear brand and a clear vision, and this won't change, and we won't let this go and taken away from us. So don't be afraid. There was another question. Will it help you developing the game, and what do you expect from the next month and year? So yes, it will help us. It already helps us. In which way? For example, yeah, in the production, in the budgeting, which people do we need at which time? This is I think it is crucial to know. Yeah, it's much better when you have experienced people who can tell you from like 15 years of experience, this works, this will not work, or hey, maybe you test out this direction. On the other hand, they're of course they have made a lot of games in the family, and so they will also have a good impact and input on what type of game is fun, which is not fun, and stuff like that, you know. So on the other hand, the family is a great opportunity to get quick help from other studios. So because there are experienced studios in the family, in the RCP family, and for example, there are great coders in another studio, and a super experienced coder who can help our coders who are great, but maybe have not so much experience in one single thing. So we go to them, and then we tell, hey, do you know something about it? And then they can help us. That's a very good thing as well. The connection in the family, and then, or for example, there's another studio that is focused on porting to consoles from PC versions. Shout out to Yoni. And so it definitely will help us developing the game. And what do you expect from the next month and year? From the next month, so we're still, or however you want to call it, in the process of getting the funding for the game. Or if you have followed us, and I guess if you're here on the stream, you have followed us. There were some, issues, and COVID has impacted us as well, and it has had a really bad timing for us. That was not very great for us. So in the next month, we will get a lot of help from RCP with their international network, and they will help us a lot in finding a publisher, an investor, and I think in all the investor search, this gives us a big push to having someone who believes in us, and especially when we're doing a project like that, a Bible game, then you expect mostly like Christian investors or something like that. But when you see that a secular investor is also believing in this and says, hey, the values that you transport, they are great, the vision is great, the game is a cool concept, we're missing something like that in the gaming industry and in the game world. I think this is a big thing and a cool proof for us that that there is quality in what we do and our concept and everything, and we're on a pretty much right way. Let me scroll a little bit through the comments here and see if there were new questions. Of course, the best question, the question that always comes is when does the game come out? When am I able to play the game? So the game will be published probably next year. So our timeline has shifted again a little bit, or not just a little bit, but it has shifted, and this is especially because of the whole COVID situation and the really bad timing we ran into. And on the other side, we're planning to have a playable very soon. So we're working on a playable version right now, and this playable version will most likely end in a version that we will share publicly as well. So you will be able to play the game earlier than it's published, or at least a small part of it. So that's definitely the good news for everyone, that we have this demo, and you could play it on some events and so on, because we haven't published it on the internet, and you definitely can visit us on events when they take place again in real life, and play a little bit around. But yeah, on the internet, we will probably publish a playable version this year, but don't nail me down for it. But my whole team will either freak out or be happy. Oh yeah, nice. Nice. But yeah, that's definitely the goal. So another question here. Let me see. Here was a in our newsletter. We wrote that we got a state funding as well, and here's the question: which state program is this that you got? It's called Protect, not bro like bro, but pro like pro gamer. It's from the state Baden-Württemberg, and we pitched there in the office of economy, I think, or ministry. What is it called? I don't know. But in English, Wirtschaftsministerium in Deutsch. And we pitched there, and we got the confirmation for the program, and now we're taking part in this program, and this helps us a lot. Here's again the question: when can I play the game? I answered that previously, so I think we are through the questions. I was kicked out of the Twitch chat. Was there a question in the Twitch chat? So I'm back in the Twitch chat. If there was a question, please write it again, so I can answer it. Here is a question. Oh, yeah, will there still be a Kickstarter? That is a very good question. So, on our Kickstarter page, we wrote why we ended the Kickstarter, because this question is also coming from time to time. So just go to the Kickstarter page and check the updates, why we canceled it 2 weeks before the deadline. So the plan was actually to relaunch it in March, at end of March. But the situation was, at this point, we weren't that it wasn't clear what will happen with like investments or like the new shareholder situation with RCP. So it was great for us because on the one hand, we had this new opportunities with this new partnership, but on the other hand, it like shifted everything a little bit, and we weren't able to focus on the Kickstarter relaunch because we had to focus on the new company situation and get all the contract work done, and everyone who has done something like that will know what I'm talking about. So we're right now in the negotiations or in the plannings. If we have another Kickstarter, and when, most probably we will have, but we need to see when there is a new partner. Does he say, hey, make the Kickstarter a SAP, or I want to see it succeed, and then we will come in, or don't do it, or don't do it at all, or do it when you're previous to launch the game. So it's a new situation for us, and a lot of what we're doing depends on the circumstances we're in. It's a classical startup situation. Everything changes from month to month, and I'm so happy that this team still sticks with us and new members joining the team, and yeah. So we're working on great stuff right now, and I'm very curious how this will look soon, and I'm excited to show you the progress. Yeah. So let me jump back. Here was a question. Yeah. In the Twitch channel, can you rewrite the question, or is this a quote I can click on? Oh, I can. Thread. Show the thread. Hat Lightword Production in der Vergangenheit schon mal Spiele gemacht? So the question is, has Lightword produced any games in the past? And you can answer that in various ways. So one way is as a whole company. No, we haven't made a game before, but definitely the people on the team have made different games before. So there were people working on big titles, AAA titles, and smaller indie titles, a very broad variety of different games the team was part of. Then there is another question. Ramoa, wisst ihr schon, wie groß der Spielumfang sein wird? Wie lange dauert das Game? Ohne Nebenhandlungen und eventuell Erfolge, Farmen etc. So the question is, how long will the game be without side quests and stuff like that? Yeah, this is a very tricky question because we have discussed about it a lot in the team, and everyone has a different definition of how long will it take and what does that mean actually. So because when you ask how long does a game take, then you could say, okay, a speed run, or like a regular gamer, or if you take your time but you don't do side quests, and there's a lot of difference. For example, we have this playable demo, and you can run through it, I think, in 16 minutes, but most of the people need actually like 25 to 30 minutes. And lately I've spoken to people who said, hey, I've been over an hour in your demo, and I was like, what did you do? And they were like, oh, I was looking at the environment, and I think that was very interesting to see everything there and how the world looks like and everything, and what does this person do and what does this person do. So yeah, there will be a lot of variety in how long the game will take, but to be a little bit more concrete, we have different parts, and the first part will probably take between 3.5 or 2, if you speed run, maybe 2.5 hours, and 5 probably, but then there will be other parts, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so in the end the game will be longer. The good news is that the second and the third part and so on, and the further parts won't take so long in the development. This is very important to mention. So we're building the basis and the foundation and the technical stuff and so on, and then later we can scale the game. So here's another question. All right. Which engine are you switching to Unreal 5? This is a very good question. And I can tell you, at the moment we are testing in Unreal 5. Yes, and we're actually building the next playable version in Unreal 5, and we hope everything plays out as we hope it will. Yeah, so I think that is a cool thing. It has so much improvement on several levels, the new engine, and I think you definitely can be excited about what's coming. All right. I don't see another question, so I will probably close the stream now. Is there another question? I'll click through everything. Not here, not there, and not there. All right, then thanks everybody for watching and being part of our first weekly stream. Don't miss the next stream on next Monday. There will be another person from the team that will introduce you to something from our development and show you some progress. And yeah, it would be great if you tune in again. Thanks and goodbye, everybody. So